Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Sopandev Tiwari. I am a third year computer engineering student at Delhi Technological University. And as far as my schooling is concerned, I have done it from Delhi and I am a student, I am an alumni of Delhi Public School Dwarka. Presently in my computer engineering, I happen to have around 69% overall till my 5th semester.
Alright, tell us about the company where you secured your intern.
I secured my intern at Deloitte. It is a member of the so-called Big Four professional auditing firms. My job profile is that of an IT consultant. It will involve consultancy-based work which will have a technical or IT edge to it.
Tell us about the recruitment procedure taken by the company.
The recruitment procedure of the company consisted of around 3 rounds. The first round was an aptitude-based round, written test. It was an AMCAT which was given on the computer. The AMCAT procedure consisted of quantitative aptitude, data interpretation and verbal ability. The second round was group discussion, which was centered around a case study. So group discussions can be of 2 types. Either they can be generic, around a generic topic involving current affairs or economy or polity, or it can be modeled around a case study. My group discussion was modeled around a case study and we were supposed to analyze the case and discuss that with our peers. The third round was personal interview, which was a one-to-one interaction with 2 of the company's visiting HRs.
Okay, so what do you think? Do only academics matter or is co-curricular participation also seen by the company?
From the perspective of a non-technical intern company, it is very important to not only have good extracurriculars or co-curriculars, but to have a beaming and outspoken personality as well. The HRs are looking for confidence in you, they are looking for good communication skills along with an ability to move out of your books, move out of your curriculum and have good extracurriculars and co-curriculars. In fact, from the perspective of a non-tech firm, what extracurriculars and co-curriculars are sometimes more important than your academics. As we see in the fact that Deloitte's cutoff for the on-campus recruitment was 65% only.
So how did you make your resume effective?
The resume has to be 1 page. It should not be long. The content should be short, crisp and precise. And the key points should be highlighted in a manner that they come out. My resume was effective in the sense that my personal interview was modeled around it. My resume on the top right corner had a logo of DTU. So that was the direction taken by the HR while he was grilling me in the personal interview. He asked me about how my university, my college has contributed to me, to my personality and to who I am. Apart from that, the HR in the column of leadership responsibilities scrutinized what was written and modeled his further questions around one of them.
Okay, so how did you prepare for the different rounds, the aptitude, technical and the interview rounds?
Preparation for the rounds was something that I did not actively pursue. On the other hand, I will give you a good idea of what clicked for me. As far as the aptitude round is concerned, it is imperative to have a good quantitative ability, but what is also more important is to have a good vocabulary. When it comes to an AMCAT exam, that is the aptitude test for written aptitude test, the vocabulary will be tested in the sense that there will be direct word meaning questions, synonyms, antonyms, word meanings, and it will look for your communication skills in terms of vocabulary. On the other hand, moving to the GD, what is very important is that you show your command over the English language and not the vocabulary. So you are expected to have a good command over the language as well as the good vocabulary, but the vocabulary should come out in the AMCAT and the command over the language should come out in the GD. You should ensure that you do not speak for the entire duration and you listen to others as well, because the person who is going to evaluate you is going to look for how receptive you are as well. But that does not mean that you do not confidently speak. It is very important to give direction to the GD as well as speak for a good portion of the duration of the GD. My GD consisted of 20 minutes and I was speaking for around 10 or 11 minutes effectively, because there will always be empty spaces. It is very important to fill in the voids and it is very important to give direction. The HR is going to look for the fact that who is giving the initial direction to the GD and of what quality it is. As far as the personal interview is concerned, there is only one very important point. When they are scrutinizing your resume, make sure that you are able to talk about what's written in there, because the HR will always be able to gauge the genuinity of your resume very easily. When you make something up, something that you have not done or you have not pursued properly, it is going to show in the way you talk, and it is highly recommended to not do the same.
Okay. Is sticking to a few companies of our choice a good option, or should we apply in many companies?
This is a question that again depends on person to person. Sticking to a few companies is what clicks for some people. For example, I made it a point not to sit for any tech firm. And that was important for me because that helped me stay calm mentally and target a non-tech firm in a more comprehensive manner. It was clear to me that I am not going to target any technical firms because I do not want to pursue that field later in life. So I was able to channelize my energy and my preparation more towards the non-tech firms. But if you are someone who is looking for opportunities, I think it is very important to target as many firms as you can, because you might not have that proper delineation in your head that whether you want to target a tech firm or a non-tech firm. In order to secure that as well, you need to sit for some companies, gauge how they recruit, what their procedure is, what they are looking for, and then model your further applications around the same. You can log into swiftintern.com for applying to various companies in and around India.
Okay, so how much time does it take for a good preparation for the interview and the written rounds?
Well, from the perspective of a non-tech firm, the preparation has to be pernicious. It has to be gradual. It does not have to be, it is not something that you can do in a day or a week or a month. From a technical standpoint, if you are trying to target a technical firm, then you can perhaps give a short duration of consolidated effort and manage to crack an intern. But since as I said, the non-tech HR is always going to look for A, your communication skills, B, your confidence, and C, your ability to back up what you say with enough confidence. So since the HR is going to look for these three things, it is imperative that you build them over time and not in a week or a day or a month, because that is not how it is.
Okay, any other tips for people?
Tips for people would be to get into extracurriculars, get into co-curriculars, expand your skills, learn things. If you are interested in graphic designing, learn graphic designing. If you are interested in web development, learn web development. Move out of your curriculum because in the end, it is these extra and co-curricular activities that are going to build who you are. Try to interact with more people, become outspoken, have a good idea, have a good communication ability, build a good vocabulary, because these are things that are going to get you into the professional industry and make you good at your work. You have to concentrate on academics. It is something that you do not have to completely let go of or do not have to completely compromise. But it is very important to model yourself around your personality.
Thank you and all the best from SwiftReturn.com.